Welcome back to the Carolina Panthers franchise on Madden 21, guys. Whew. Finally, we are in the bye week. 13 weeks, and we're 3-10. All right, so in today's video, we're going over a lot, man. We're going to look at the season stats so far. We're going to look at the schedule. We're going to look at what's coming up in the next 4 weeks. We're going to look at the draft board that I've got so far. We're going to look at potential free agents. We're going to look at our free agents. So a lot's going to happen in this video, man. And it's going to help shape the future of this team moving forward. So it's been a long season so far, guys. We're through 13 weeks and we're 3-10. We started off with a close one against the Raiders, losing 24-19. And then we went down to Tampa Bay and got absolutely blown out, giving up 51 points to Tom Brady and the boys. We went to LA, lost by 21 to the Chargers. We got our first win of the season in week 4 when we beat the Cardinals by 1 point. But then we turned around and got blown out by the Falcons, man, 41-18. And honestly, that game was not even close. We went back home finally after being on the road and took on the Bears and lost by 11. We lost to the Saints by a field goal. And then we got our retribution against the Falcons, man, 44-3. Everything was just clicking in this game. We lost a tough one to the Chiefs. This game was winnable, but I think a Teddy Bridgewater interception was what put the game away. Got a win against the Buccaneers. Finally showed up for that game. And then we lost our last 2 games. We lost a tough one to the Lions, and then we didn't even show up for the Vikings game. So we're in our bye week, but after the bye week, we've got some tough teams left on the schedule, man. We return home to take on the Broncos, then go on the road for 2 weeks, taking on the Packers and the Washington football team. Then in week 17, we close out the season against the Saints. And we've got some decisions to make, man. Right now, Christian McCaffrey is over 1,000 yards rushing. DJ Moore is over 1,000 yards receiving. Teddy Bridgewater is having an absolute garbage season. And we got to make a decision. Do we continue to play our stars and try to get wins? Or do we go ahead and tank and try to get one of these top 5 picks? And correction, man, I keep saying that we're 3-10. We're 3-9 through 13 weeks. So here's a look at the season stats. Teddy Bridgewater, 257 of 407, 3,042 yards, 16 touchdowns, and he hit 30 interceptions on the season. He's been sacked 23 times. Listen, I knew Teddy wasn't going to be the answer at quarterback going into the season. I thought that his arm would be able to be enough for us to get more than just 3 wins, but the accuracy is such a concern, and the offensive line really isn't that good. So we're getting pressured, we're getting hit as we throw, and some of these throws are just awful. On the ground, Christian McCaffrey, 226 carries, 1,210 yards, 11 touchdowns, 1 fumble. He is what I thought he was. You know what I mean? He's the best running back in the league, best all-around running back. I don't like the fact that he has 226 carries and we're only in week 13. I wanted to rely heavy on him, but that's a lot of lifting. It's got me thinking that we might have to find like another back, a power back, just to take some of the workload away from him. Mike Davis is a solid back, but I just don't think that he's going to be the guy we need to help carry the load. He's got 26 carries for 90 yards and a touchdown. And then Teddy, they say he can get out the pocket, but every time we try to sneak out, he gets wrapped up and ends up fumbling. So we'll talk more about my plans for the quarterback position in the future. DJ Moore has had a solid year, man. 69 grabs, 1,092 yards, 7 touchdowns. Last week, he was just disappointing. 2 drops. He didn't have a catch in that game. He was frustrated a couple weeks ago about only getting 3 balls, and he had a touchdown. But when we throw your way and then you drop the ball, that's not good, man. That's not a good look. McCaffrey is second on the team. He's got 69 grabs for 585 and 3 scores. Curtis Samuel, 45 grabs, 558 and 2 touchdowns. Then Robbie Anderson, this is an interesting situation with him, man. 37 grabs, 427 and 4 touchdowns. I want to get him more involved. He is a speedster. I would love to be able to throw, deep balls to him all day, but Teddy just doesn't have that arm strength. So, I think signing him was a big deal. The question is, do we hang on to him? And that's a decision we're going to have to make in the offseason. Ian Thomas, 25 catches, 274. Another position that I'm looking to upgrade this offseason is tight end. I think Ian Thomas is a great second tight end, but I need somebody who's going to be quicker, somebody who can block too. And Ian cannot block. He is awful at blocking. So just a lot of decisions we're going to have to make over, at every position. To the offensive line, it's got to get retooled. The guards are awful. Greg Little, he's doing what he can. Taylor Moton's going to be a free agent. We got to bring him back. I don't know if we can bring him back at the price he's looking for. Paredes is solid, man, but when you've got your guards who can't block at all, it's tough. And then Russell Okung, he's actually playing solid for us. He's getting most of the snaps at left tackle, but again, he's getting up there in age. He'll be 32 next year. On the defensive side of the ball, Shaq Thompson having a solid year, 92 tackles. He's got 2 interceptions and a sack. One of the best decisions we made so far this year is moving Jeremy Chin from safety down to linebacker. His play has really stepped up. He's up to 70 tackles, 8 TFLs and a sack. Dante Jackson, 56 tackles on the year. We picked up J.C. Jackson from New England. He's been solid. But my concern is I don't know if he is a number 1 type corner. To me, he seems more of a slot corner. He's got solid traits, guys. He's got decent cover traits, 87 man, 81 zone, that 90 speed. But, we've got some big wide receivers in the NFC South. Mike Thomas, Julio, Mike Evans, and he's only 5'10". You know what I mean? And he can't, what's his jumping? His jump is at 80. His press is at 86. I feel like he's not playing up to his stats, if that makes sense. Trey Boston, 41 tackles on the year. Tahir Whitehead, moving him inside has really helped out a lot. He's a great leader for us, 37 tackles. TJ Green from Clemson, 34 tackles. Eli Apple, he's seen a lot of time in the slot. He's got 34 tackles. Rasul Douglas, we picked him up right before the trade deadline. He's got 33 tackles. He's seeing a lot of time at strong safety right now. We've been beat up on the defensive line, guys. I mean, beat up. Brian Burns is done for the year. We just got Derek Brown back. We just got Kerr back. Stephen Weatherly has stepped up major, man. He's got 8.5 sacks so far this year. Gross Matos, the rookie, man, he's got 7 sacks. He's having a strong year. Kwan has 5.5 sacks. Derek Brown, after missing a handful of games, he's got 5 sacks. Jamerson from strong safety, he's got 2. Thompson, Chin, Whitehead, Haynes, Obata, and Burns each have 1. It really hurt us that Brian Burns is gone right now, man. We had big plans for him and Gross Matos to be a dangerous 1-2 punch at the defensive end position. It's got me thinking that I got to draft some more depth at that position. I like our depth at D tackle, but I think we might have to get another pass rusher either in free agency or through the draft. In the turnover department, we really haven't been able to do much, man. Shaq Thompson leads the way with 2 picks. Jamerson has 1. Dante has 1. TJ Green has 1, and Eli has 1. And I just think that comes down to the pass rush. If we had more pass rush or a better pass rush, we would be able to force more turnovers. But, for me, I think it's we get pass rush and we get these sacks because the coverage is so good downfield, and the quarterback's not going to throw the ball. He's just going to tuck it and get the sack. So, I don't know. I don't know if I have to switch up the defense, get out the cover 3 so much, but man, it's tough. We forced 4 fumbles. Weatherly has 1. Gross Matos has 1. Kawan Short has 1. And Brian Burns has 1. And we've only recovered 2 of the fumbles. We have 2 defensive touchdowns. Shaq Thompson had a pick 6, and so did TJ Green. Joey Sly has been a great kicker for us, man. He's 18 of 18 so far this year, 28 of 29 on extra points. That's why he got an extension. We signed him for another 3 years. He's got a strong leg, very accurate. We need field goals. You know what I mean? So when we stall out, we can bring him on and he can boot that thing. Kicking, we punted 13 times. Where I'm disappointed, man, we really haven't had an explosive kickoff return or punt return yet. McKenzie, 40 returns for 906 yards. He fumbled a couple weeks ago against the Lions. That was costly. And then on punt returns, he really hasn't done too much, 22 for 115. So, I mean, that's the stats. And, I mean, as you can tell, we're putting up numbers, man. But, you know, when you have a quarterback that throws 30 interceptions, you're not going to win games that way. You know, as I look over the roster and the different positions that I want to upgrade, QB is number one, man. And I'm going to show you on the draft board. We've scouted some of the top quarterbacks. We're going through free agency, you know, looking at who's potential free agents and seeing who's going to be out there. We've got to upgrade this position. I'm not sure Teddy's going to be on this team going into next season. So here's a look at the players that are free agents on our team. Starting off with Curtis Samuel. He wants big money, man. He wants almost $10 million a season for the next 3 years. I want to hang on to Curtis, but not at that price tag, though. And we got Taylor Moton, the big right tackle. He wants almost $11 million over 3 years. Like, again, the right tackle is such a key position for us that, you know, if I decide to sign him, we got to have that position, man. And he's solid, 83 run block, 83 pass block. But I just don't know about that price tag. We're going to let Russell Okung walk. He'll be 32 again this season, at the end of the season. And for 1 year, $10 million, I just don't think it's worth bringing him back. Isaiah McKenzie, great speed, but not for 3 years, $10 million. We're negotiating with Tahir Whitehead. I would like to bring him back. He is, you know, a solid backup middle linebacker for us. We're definitely going to be looking at middle linebacker in the draft and through free agency. Mike Davis is a free agent. I think I'm going to let him walk and try to find like a backup running back in free agency. Seth Roberts is a free agent. I'm going to let him walk probably. We signed Shaquille Calhoun. He really hasn't seen too much playing time, but again, we're looking for more depth on that defensive line, so maybe we're going to look to bring him back. Nick Williams, probably going to look to bring him back, keep that depth at D tackle. Eli Apple is an interesting situation. He wants 2 years for almost $8 million. His coverage skills are going to have to get so much better because 76 man and 72 zone, it's just not going to cut it. I'll probably let Manhurts walk. I'll probably let Keith Kirkwood walk. Schofield, probably let him walk, and John Miller too. And the rest of these guys, I'm pretty sure I'm going to let walk. I might bring back Corn Elder. But we're like, the one thing that I want to focus on this offseason is building up this offensive line. And as you can see, these guys right here are our two starting guards. And they're 69 overall, 75 pass block, 67 run block, 74 pass block, 75 and 75 on Schofield. We got to get better on that offensive line. So you heard me mention before that I've been going through everybody's free agent list, you know, everybody who's got 1 year left on their contract. And I found a couple players that I'm kind of keying in on. The first player is right here, Ronnie Stanley, the big left tackle from Baltimore. He is set to be a free agent this offseason. And he is one of those guys where if we could bring him in, that just changes the whole dynamic of our offensive line. Look at these stats, man. 93 run block, 93 pass block, 91 strength, 85 impact, 96 awareness, and he's still young, man. He's only 26, so he's still in his prime. Superstar dev, he would be a key part of our offense going into next season. Another player we've got our eye on is Marcus Williams from the Saints. 6'1", 195, the free safety. Again, traits, 89 speed, 84 zone, 74 tackle, 79 hit power, 88 play rec. Trey Boston is great. I love his hit power, but we need some coverage downfield. And I think Marcus Williams could be that guy for us. And the Saints have a big problem moving forward, man. They've got to sign Kamara. They got to re-sign this guy. They got a couple guys on their team that they're looking for big money. And they're going to have to let somebody walk. I mean, even Demario Davis, you know, building up that linebacking core. He's another guy I've got my eye on at right outside linebacker. 91 tackle, 88 hit power, 86 speed. That just shoots us up, man. You know, we put him on the left side and have Shaq Thompson on the other side. Now we just need a middle linebacker. Now, if we're looking for corner depth, this might be our guy, Logan Ryan from the Vikings, 5'11", 195. He's an 88 overall. 87 speed, 87 man, 85 zone, 82 play rec. Again, not the fastest, but with those cover traits, man, it kind of off balances. It balances everything out. And look at this, man. He's number 12 ranked corner in the league right now. So like I said, we are looking for that offensive line help. And Ron Leary from Cincinnati, man, he fits a lot of what I like. 85 run block, 87 strength, 79 pass block, 88 impact block. He's number 8 in ranked right guards in the league right now. This guy could be solid for us right here. Devondre Campbell from the Cardinals, 6'4", 232. Be going into his 5th year for Minnesota. And man, 85 speed, 89 tackle, 79 hit power. I like those stats, man. That's somebody we can keep our eye on too. So if we decide to let go of Curtis Samuel, Demarcus Robinson's set to be a free agent, and he's almost up there. The speed isn't quite there, but 89 speed, 92 excel, 84 catching. You know, the route running is solid. The catch of traffic is solid. The spec catch is solid. Now, this is interesting here, too. Everson Griffin from the Cowboys, the former Viking, he's set to be a free agent. Now, he's up there in age. He'll be 33 going into next season. So some of these stats are going to regress, but, you know, we're looking for more pass rush help. And this guy, that's all he does is rush the quarterback. So I'm going to put him on the list as well. Look at that. He's the 7th ranked right end in the league right now. And you got Chidobe Awuzie, excuse me. 6'2", 202, 4th year out of Colorado. Another slot corner possibly for us. 93 speed, 82 man, 76 zone. Somebody else we got to keep an eye on. I know, like, some of these guys in free agency are going to ask for a lot of money. We're not going to be able to get that for them. We're not going to be able to get a lot of these guys, but these are some of the players that I'm already starting to look at because they would help us out a lot. Oh, that zone was nice. Mikael Roby-Coleman. I know Saints fans aren't a fan of this guy, but 88 speed, 83 man, 86 zone, 87 play rec. He's out with a torn labrum. I think everybody on Madden 21 is out with a torn labrum. So here's another interesting player, man. This guy, I think he is definitely top tier in pass rushing. It's Takk McKinley from the Falcons. He's set to be a free agent. 86 speed, 83 finesse move. Again, he would just be one of those guys like on 3rd and 4th down for us, come in, and I could put him on the edge, kick one of our DNs inside, and we could cause havoc, man. He's going to be a free agent. This is a tight end, man. We're looking to upgrade tight end. Jordan Reed from Florida. 83 speed, 87 catch. He can't block, though, at all. Tim Williams isn't too bad. I mean, 83 speed, 79 finesse. He's 6'3", 252, so that means I could put him down at defensive end. Just more depth on that defensive line, you know what I mean? Like 76 tackles, 77 hit power, 87 acceleration. Again, if I kick one of my other DNs inside in like a dime package and put Tim down at D end, a lot of tackles are not going to be able to block that. So you got to see the players I was looking at in free agency. Now it's time to look at the players that I'm looking at for the draft. And we've got some names on this board, man. Again, I took this. This is a creative file. I think Bangle made this. So we've got all the big name players in college football right now. And at the top of my board is the quarterback from Ohio State, Justin Fields, 6'3", 223. He's 21 years of age, A+ throw power, A sack, break sack, A throw on the run. This guy fits exactly what I want to do with my offense. If it breaks down and he needs to extend the play, he can break out the pocket and run, slide down, and get enough for the first. We need help at free safety. Another guy I'm looking at is Paris Ford from Pittsburgh. A+ hit power, A- pursuit, B tackle. He's projected to be a late second rounder, but he's got talent for a mid-second round. Right now, I don't think we have a second round pick. Here's our picks right now. We have a first, a third, fourth, 2 5s, a 6, and a 7. Like I said, I wanted more pass rush help, man. This is Xavier Thomas from Clemson. A- hit power, B pursuit, B tackle. He's projected to go in the 5th round. At left tackle, Jackson Carman, 6'5", 345. Projected to be early second round. A- impact block, A- pass block finesse, and A- pass block. I want to upgrade that left tackle position, and he could come in and be a plug-and-play player. We do have Trevor Lawrence on the board, 6'6", 220, strong arm, A+ throw power, A- mid, A- short. He's going to be one of those kind of guys that can make every throw. Do I think that he can move out of the pocket? Yeah, but I don't know. For me, I feel like Justin Fields is going to be a superstar. The other quarterback on the list is Trey Lance from North Dakota State. Now, he's an interesting prospect. A+ throw power, A- throw deep, and A- throw on the run. He's projected to be a mid-second rounder. Now, if we can't get the other two guys, Trey is a solid quarterback, but I don't think he's going to be ready day one to start. KJ Henry, another player from Clemson to keep an eye on, 6'4", 250, B+ tackle, B+ pursuit, B hit power. He's projected to go late 6th round, but he has 5th round talent. Got a few tight ends. Here's Jeremy Ruckert from Ohio State, 6'5", 253, B+ catching, B+ catching traffic, B spec catch. He's a late 4th round talent, but projected to go late 7th round. I said I was looking for more depth at the running back position. Rakeem Boyd could be that guy from Arkansas, 6 foot, 213, A- juke, A- carrying, B break tackle. He's got a 4th round grade on him. Here's a little cornerback help. Asante Samuel Jr., 5'10", 184 from Florida State. B-man coverage, C+ tackle, but that zone coverage is awful at a D. He's a mid-3rd rounder. And here's a middle linebacker to keep your eye on too. This is Jabril Cox from LSU, 6'4", 231, A- pursuit, B-man coverage, and B- hit power. I like this guy too, Nick Bolton from Missouri, 6', 233, A+ hit power, A tackle, B pursuit, but he's a late 5th rounder. So that's just a couple players on the board. I got more scouting I got to get done over the next couple weeks. We're constantly adding people on the board, taking people off the board. I really want to try to put a little bit more effort into the offensive linemen, scout them a little bit more, especially at the guard position, like Cade Mays. He's 6'5", 319, A- lead block, B run block, and B impact block. He's got a late 2nd round projection, but talent-wise, he's an early 4th rounder. So I'm going to keep adding people to the board, and I'll keep you guys posted if I find anything special. Here's a look at the standings in the NFL right now. The Browns are the best team, 10-1, and you got the Saints at 9-2. Steelers are 9-2 as well. The Jets, shockingly, 8-3 on the season. The Packers are 8-3. You got the Chiefs sitting at 7-4. The Bills are 7-4. So are the Seahawks. The Bears are 6-4-1. The Buccaneers 7-5, and the Cowboys are 6-5. Now, if you go to the bottom of the map, the Giants are sitting at 0-11, followed by us, 3-9 on the season. The Chargers are 3-8. The Cardinals are 3-8 as well. So are the Jaguars. The Lions, Falcons, Patriots, 4-7 overall. The Eagles are 4-6-1, and the Washington football team is 4-6-1. So honestly, if the season ended today, I believe we would have the 2nd pick in the draft, and that would allow us to either get Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields. In my mind right now, I kind of want to tank for the rest of the season and try to get one of those guys, because I think we can trade away Teddy, free up that cap space, bring in more, like some people to be around these guys, this young quarterback, whoever we get, and we can rebuild that way. I'm not trying to win a Super Bowl next season. I think we can go at least 7-9 next season. This season, it's a wash. It's a wash. And I know what you guys are thinking. See, how are you going to afford to get all those players you were just looking at? I'm not thinking about getting all of them. the left tackle from Baltimore, Staley, is the main guy I have my eye on. They have not re-signed him yet, and we're coming up to the end of the season. And if he walks, bro, that's going to be huge. And I know there's going to be a lot of teams throwing money at him, but I'm willing to throw a bag and then some to get him to be our left tackle for the next 6 to 7 years. Real talk. As far as our free agents go, I'm still deciding on Curtis Samuel, Taylor Moton, all those guys. But we've got to start somewhere, man. And I think going into this offseason, we've got some decisions to make and some moves to make. I'm kind of focused right now on making sure Christian McCaffrey is going to be happy. DJ Moore, I want to build around those guys. Those are going to be that's like our offense right there. DJ Moore and Christian McCaffrey. Robbie Anderson, I think he's a great weapon, but nobody, besides McCaffrey and DJ Moore, everybody else on offense can go. We can trade those guys. Real talk. On defense, I like the young guys we've got on our defensive line. Gross Matos, Derek Brown, Brian Burns when he comes back healthy, but we need to get more help on that defensive line. I want to rebuild the entire linebacking core. Shaq Thompson's great. I think moving Jeremy Chin down has helped out a lot. We can use him in like in a nickel package next season. Secondary, got to get 2 new safeties, free safety and strong safety for sure. I need a third corner. I would love to get somebody who's a little bit taller and who can help guard some of these big wide receivers that we have in the NFC South. And that's it, man. That's it. So that's a look at the bye week, everything that I'm thinking about moving forward. If you guys have any suggestions, I am willing to take them down in the description, so let me know. And we'll talk in the next one when we head out to Denver to take on the Broncos. Have a great day, guys. 2 fingers in the air. Peace.